Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So back here in Powerwash Simulators, I'm trying to kind of get through things and, get this sim experienced and on the channel. So we're continuing to work through the career job. We have a treehouse and a temple. I may go ahead and do the temple. This just scares me. So let's look at the temple. Next door to my farm lives an order of the nicest, kindest, nonverbal monks whose temple is currently caked in manure. Oh, that sounds gloriously gross. Top to bottom. It's a heck of a story. I'll fill you in as you go, but basically, they're not here right now, and I thought it'd only be right and neighborly of me to get it hosed down in their absence. Something to give them a boost for when they return. They sure could do with one. Alright, so there's our truck. I see a barn. I don't remember. We must have. It did say next door, but... Alright, so it is just the building. There's nothing else. We've got ladders. We do have a scaffold. That may be worthy. Alright. What are we going to start with? I think 15 is probably the most we can hope for. So where to start? Probably here. Alright, good news is this does appear to be kind of getting it. Well, you know about the mayor's pipeline diverting all the water from the river to a secret mining rig, right? Oh, no, I don't. Do tell. So, I'm anticipating this is gonna be just a lot. Oh, wow, I got one piece done, look at that. But, yeah, there's gonna be a lot. I mean, we know there's gonna be a lot. We'll see how far we can get. Oh, the window decoration window. So the good news is it'll give us a lot of, support, like, oh yeah, look how great we're doing. Alright, so not bad, not bad. Just feel like I'm going too fast, I guess, because it's really caked on. So the stone base, I don't know if it's just really these sides or if there's more to it than that. But yeah, it's probably worth maybe going around the bottom. 'Cause yeah, this is calling it the buttress, but see, that's like, oh, stone base is there, I see. But I don't know, like, where it segments them. But you can see we're at 3%. Obviously there's a lot going on. There's a lot of wood here. A lot of really nicely carved wood. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of scary to think this is manure, but... Alright, so it's the buttress probably all the way up. But yeah, that one, like the little side pieces just seem to go a little quicker. I see. If I go down more toward the ground, I'm like, I don't understand how this is not cleaning up the bottom, but I think it was because I was like, well, let's not spray the dirt. A little bit of a mental block there, because I think I was more thinking like, you know, it's gonna splash the mud up or something, I don't know. So yeah, it's saying wall base, but I don't know, like, what Is this all part of the wall? No, this is another part of the wall base, so it's just hard to know. Man, it's hard to get in that angle. Okay. Because, yeah, it makes it seem like I should be okay there, but then it's obviously not cleaning it up as nicely. Alright, so kind of the front door. So this is what everybody will see as they come talk to the monks. And the good news is, at least it's not being insane in its challenge of how... Oh, that head was confusing me, but that's way out. I thought it was a feature of this thing. I'm like, why am I not able to spray it? But that would be why. Alright, so we're good there. We got another stone base. We're gonna have stairs, which I'm sure are never gonna go as easily as one would think, but maybe they will. I'm guessing, yeah, the top is still considered part of the stairs. But if I can get a little bit of this doorway stuff done... Okay, so some of that is caked on. Because that's the piece I'm like, well, can we get away? Oh, look at that, we did get the stairs. So, yeah, this is gonna take a long time, but that treehouse for 1,500, I'm afraid of that one. I mean, I think that might be the highest amount we have available. Alright, while I'm here, I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll get this part done. Otherwise it's not gonna come off because it's caked on there, but I'm sure it'll go a good way to helping out with things. Alright, so let's try to get these all together. The pedestal should go quickly, but it doesn't. I mean, obviously I didn't complete it on the other side either. And some of it I'm sure is there's stuff on top that counts, like I'm not shooting down on it. So I'm sure that's some of it. Because obviously we're hitting large portions here, you know, and then the pedestal and the brazier. But it's not as if there's a bunch hanging out. And then we're gonna have the wall base here. I'm just wondering if I make it around, if I'll even be at 25%. Or if it'll be less successful than that. So again, really trying to make sure I get that base and we don't have stuff along the ground. So yes, it did a good job. But yeah, I'm almost thinking some of those are going to be easier from the top and shooting down, kind of like you would normally do with the pressure washer. Alright, now we've got these little nooks and crannies that were a pain on the other side as well. But again, we'll try to get in there. You know, and a lot of the stone base moves. Oh, there we go. That one cleaned up nicely. Why, like the wall base isn't, even though it just has that little bit up there. There we go. Alright. So a little bit of concerted effort, and it might not be too bad kind of going around and finishing things up. But the buttresses, I'm sure, go all the way up. So, but this is the part that's really challenging because it's just small in here. Alright, let's turn that way. We'll get this angle. See, but I think the wall base is all of this. And all of this in the corner kind of goes together, I believe. So again, we'll be diligent on the bottom. We almost got it all, but then we can get the rest of this a little bit more. And then again, we'll have windows on this side like we did on the other side. Because yeah, there's the window frame. Let's see, if we go really, really slow, it does get that top. But there are definitely pieces that it is not getting. Alright, so let's again get a little closer so we get a little bit more force, and then hopefully we'll get the window and the window decoration and all of that again like we did on the other side. Alright, there we go. Ding, ding, ding. Just pocketing a whole $10 there. Alright. I mean, we're going to have to get on the scaffold and the ladders and whatever else. And you know how it'll go. The roof is going to be a giant area. So again, let's get down below. Still didn't quite work out the way we would have thought. But we might hit the 25% by the time we make it around the building, because the back, I'm sure, is kind of just like the front. I'm sure there will be large portions that get taken out. And it's challenging when you're this close to like really tell like what you've accomplished, but there's probably a good amount of this. In a desperate act, the head monks sent them all out on a pilgrimage of faith. Uh-oh. This is starting to sound like some Branch Davidians thing or something. I don't like that. Hopefully not. Now, I've no mind where they were headed, only that they took with them a vast multitude of eggs. Okay. In this day and age, that could make them a lot of money, given all the complaining about the price of eggs. So, but this was made before that time, so that is not going to be in the storyline, which is fine. Alright, let's get this side of the buttress leg, or whatever you want to call it. Because, yeah, we've got these on the back side, too, that are going to come into play. But, yeah, I haven't really even gone up that high on things. Oh, alright. Nice, always nice if we can get a little bit of credit for something. Alright, so get all this really gross. I mean, this to me looks more like algae than it does manure, but they said manure. And maybe, you know, stuff just grows on it that way. I've not been around buildings covered in manure before, so I really don't know. I can only imagine what the odor here must be like. Must be pretty spectacular. Oh, how did I guess I missed a lot of that over there too. Wow. Alright, well, let's try to be a bit more methodical. That's better. Alright, let's now get the base and the back. And then, yes, we'll still have to get the other side and the back part, because we started kind of in the middle of the wall on the other side. Again, another pedestal, and then a post. Alright, so let's move over here. We'll clean the real. I would think we're going to hit 25% just on this segment alone here. I thought that. Oh, there we go, finally. I'm thinking that, but then things are not cooperating. So let's get a better direction here so that I'm not like missing a part of the window or the window decoration or however it's gonna call itself out. Right, I'm guessing again we probably have some directionality. There we go, we got the decoration cleaned. And then just moving on up through some of the areas here. So, not great for sure, but again, from the ground, it's challenging. So I'm not sure if this stone base is part of the front, or the rear, I guess it would be. I'm thinking it is. Alright. So we've just got here and that side wall. And then we've gotten a good start on the things at ground level. But then I'm almost tempted to go like all the way up on the roof and deal with that for a bit, because I'm thinking that would help move things pretty quickly. Alright, let me just get closer. Because again, then we're getting a good amount of pressure. And these wall bases will get some things done pretty quickly. You can see how that's coming off. Yeah, we have areas there we didn't really have a good angle on. And then again, this carving. But just being deliberate here should help. Yeah, it does a decent job of that, that's for sure. I don't know that we can get enough of an angle here. Yeah, Doesn't look like window frame. I think it's just too high up there. So I'm not gonna press it too far. Alright. Again, base. Alright, we got that. Because I'm hoping some of those then will be easy to just come back and attack a bit more deliberately. And then, you know, it just may work out more, just not in a nicer way. Oh, woo. Okay, so we are getting rid of it if I'm, again, a bit deliberate with it. So we'll try that. So that top area of the wall base, again, this will be the buttress, which will go way up. And then, yeah, the stone base seems to include these pieces here around the corner. Not sure what some of that sound is, that clicking that's occurring there. Alright, so we're getting a good start on that wall. And this again will be the wall base and the corner post. And alright, so if we step back and look, it's looking like something. Just don't know that it's looking. Somehow we missed all of that. Wow. I don't know how that happened. But clearly it did. Ooh, we missed a lot up here too, but that was also kind of at the start, so it might have been a bit more sloppy there than I would have liked. Yeah, there we go. Because then the stone base is in good shape. But if I grab, see, like that's much better than what we had on the last episode. Wow. So we have to like go up in segments here. Alright, so if I put it there, and then I guess we grab it and we put it there. Because what I want to do is kind of get up. I want to get up. Can I get on the roof? I don't know that I can now that I am up here. I'm not sure that's possible. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so this is just listed as tower, which could be a huge swath. Wooden trim seems to be going a little bit quicker. Now I think this roof might be too steep to be able to do what I was hoping. I was hoping I could get up here and walk around, but it does not look like that's gonna happen. Well, we can get a bit up there, but yeah, just not as impactful as I was hoping. Get some of the roof ridge. Alright, so we'll just go down a tiny bit because, yeah, I'm sure underneath here, barge board, huh? I guess let me definitely look so that we get, so we don't have to come back up again, but I'm thinking this may require the scaffolding and other things that we really don't have easy access to here. Okay, and obviously we're getting some line of the ladder that we can't quite clean by. But this is all part of the tower. Alright, so we're theoretically still on the ladder here. Good news is we were able to get some of those angles, though, and get some of that cleaned. Okay, now at this level, I mean, there's a lot here. Because, yeah, I was kind of like just trying to get toward the top as much as possible and try to kind of work my way down here. So we'll get through this. Yeah, I'm thinking this roofing is just sloppier than one would think. So if I'm just really, again, deliberate, I'm going to see how well this cleans up. Whoops, I just moved further away than I would have liked there. Alright, it actually did a good job. So that is good. But yeah, I don't know that we can do a whole lot. Alright, and this is just wall, and again, I'm sure I'm going too fast. Yeah, that's better when I slowed it down. But coming up on 40%, which is pretty darn impressive in the grand scheme of things. Alright, so let's see if we can get this side figurehead. Now, will it let me go down here? So I'm wondering if I can get at this from this angle or not. There's definitely a lot of parts again that are hard to pinpoint. Alright, if we go down that way, it's actually not bad. Alright, get down there. Anywho, while the monks were gone, we had a freakish twister. Okay. That was unexpected. Okay, that's too far away. Now can we... Cursed thing scooped up all the freshly laid manure from my farm and deposited it all over their temple. Well, now we can climb the roof here, so this actually is good. If we can gain purchase here, as they say, get some footing, we might be able to do a lot of good. So this is what I was hoping for, so let's see what we can do. Because, yeah, that's the stuff behind. Let's just get the roof ridge. And then slowly do the roof. Because we should then just be able to turn around where we're at. I mean, the problem ends up being here that it's kind of close to things. But it's just, yeah, a matter of getting all the little bits. Being, again, very deliberate. And I think that will bode well for us. But yeah, if we turn around, again, we should be able to a certain degree, get down the roof. I mean, it does appear it's giving us a lot more. So yeah, that figurehead is, again, further away than one would think. But yeah, we've got the other side of the roof ridge. Got another figurehead type of thing there, but just keep on working this roof. Now I'm assuming that's like, yeah, barge board, whatever that means, but alright, so let me get down here. Then we might be able to at least get the back side of this. Alright, so what do things look like? There's a lot of roof, but I don't know what part of this. Alright, can I go? It won't let me go. So if I grab that, like I can't go any further. Alright, so if I go up here, let's see, will it let me? It's like I can't quite cross that roof ridge, which is, oh no, we can't. Alright, we can actually, but because what I want is this level, so I can definitely get the top. Because yes, if we can put the roof ridge away, then, you know, that's the pinnacle of the roof, as one would say. So, I just, there's a good amount left. I thought we were already at the end. I'm like, this isn't adding up, but it might, actually, so let's see. Yeah, now if we kind of get these pieces, turn around, here we go. Alright, that is what I had hoped for. Now, if I can get a good amount of this figurehead as well. Alright, let's see. See what kind of angles we can get here. Because, yeah, this gives us a good portion of this. I mean, again, I'm sure we have to come and get it from another angle. Alright, and now we'll just kind of get the top. But yeah, it looks like I can do that, and then if I can just go over, we'll just get the top portion of the roof, and then work our way down. And that would be excellent, if we could do that. But at this point, we've got, you know, half the tower. We've also got a good amount of height here. Again, are we going to be able to get all the angles? I don't know. But we should be able to get this window and the window frame or window decoration. There we go. There's window. Window frame, not quite yet. So let's see what we can reach from here. And again, if I can go that way, then I can get into angles I couldn't see the other way. Alright, what is missing on the frame? There we go. Okay. So I think that's all we have on the frame. This is all part of the tower. So I don't know that there's much more I can do with that. But we can start progressing down the roof a bit. And again, I don't know that I can go all the way down just yet. But if I can do that and then move over here, because it looks like we're doing a good job of getting the majority of this. And then again, let's get the board and the base of the figurehead and get it from up here. And get the underside of this wing. Alright. So we'll do that. Looks like we're in pretty good shape there. Again, get ourselves down as much as we can in that direction. Just weird how, like, you get hung up on certain pieces and it just gets more and more difficult. But now, again, we're here. We got this tower piece that obviously we can't get very high on without the ladder, but we can get this bottom part nicely taken care of. But I think, like, this whole area is, considered roof. Alright, so once we get by, we'll just want to kind of get everything over there. Get these sides, because there's a lot of dirt there in that angle. But yeah, we're actually able to get higher up there than one would think. Let's see again, if I'm very, very deliberate. Yeah, that got a good portion of that. And again, we'll start climbing to that in a bit, but let's just make sure we get a good solid cover of the roof here. But we have now broken 50% on this project. 40 minutes in, which probably still means we're going to be like a ridiculous hour and a half or something by the time we're done, because those last 10 or 5% are going to take forever. But the good news is on this one, at least they didn't make it where there's just tons and tons of caked on stuff that requires the special turbo nozzle that just frankly takes forever. Alright. But now the concern is we are getting down to the last part of roof, so maybe it'll happen. Would be nice if it would just ding on us at some point. Oh, well, we got good amounts up here. Alright, so where are we seeing pieces? Because at this point, like, I need to be able to get roof done. There we go. Because at this point, if I'm that small, like, yeah, it needs to happen. Alright, and then again, we're going to get on the other side. We're going to try to get up here. I think we did well. So we're going to do more of tower. We obviously have barge board and however all that works out. And the figurehead, but we're definitely going to get the window and the window frame like we did before. But yeah, this has got to be looking really nice from downstairs now. Alright, we already got window cleaned. So that is a big area. Man, if we could get tower done without getting out of here, like, think about how awesome that would be. Question is there a roof on the tower that we need to do? I'm guessing there is. Alright, let's see. Because, yeah, there's still window frame, but I'm guessing some of that is the edges again. So we need to do that. And then I'm thinking, there we go, from this side. And then we just need to work on roof ridge, because we did, you know, a good side of it. So let's rotate this back. Again, got a lot here to look at. But we're in pretty good shape there. And again, we'll come on down here, see what we can do on figurehead. There's just so much on the underside and all that that is hard to do and get qualified for. Alright, roof ridge done. So let's flip this around. And now we just need to work on roof over here. So we're going to head on down. Again, get the barge board where we can. But let's head down to this corner and see how quickly we can gain some distance. But yeah, these board pieces add up as well. Alright. So yeah, I'm sure we've got stuff up there, which we do. Alright, that was a big piece. And now it's just getting enough done that we get the ding. So we really need the ding. Oh my god, we got the tower. Awesome. Alright, now we just need roof. Alright, there isn't much here. Alright, let's It's not gonna let us put it there, is it? Well, this is not great because now we're not reaching. Yeah, because we didn't get. Oh, thank God. All right. Okay, so we got tower. We got a lot of the stuff up there. We just didn't get the figureheads. So I'm not quite sure how we do those, but let me get what I can here now that the ladder's out of the way before we get ourselves further down. But yeah, that was a big accomplishment. So I'm proud of what we did there. Now again, this is a portion here. There we go. The roof ridge might be because we're not on the other side. So let's see what we can do there. And hopefully that one will mark itself off pretty easily. But let's try to get roof here. We definitely have a lot going on. Because yeah, if we can get buttress, wouldn't that be something? But we probably need to get the other side too. Again, this is the other side of the figurehead, and yes, we're making some progress, but these pieces I think are going to take a bit of work. So let me go down here, and then we'll come through this way. And alright, can you imagine how the monks would have felt if they returned to find their temple caked in cow excrement? Yeah, they'd probably not be thrilled, but I'm sure they're monks, they'd probably be alright. They probably have a better perspective on it than a lot of us do. So, alright, get that. Alright, can we do much more? Probably not. Alright. So now we'll see if we can back off here, do this window, do some of these areas. Again, now we're on the other side of the buttress that we wanted to be on. And so we could make some significant progress there. Let's see what we can do on the other side. 60%. Just trying to be deliberate. Oh, wall base cleaned. Because I think I had done it from the bottom, so we got the top done. Alright, window and window decoration cleaned. Alright, so this is window frame, so, alright, there we go. Window frame is clean. And then we have wall, buttress. Just how much can we really get here? So a lot of wood. Well, we can get a good shot over here on the wall. So that is actually nice. Right. Kind of as I figured, from here we can get the top part of that. There's something that we have just a little bit on. Oh, okay, wall base. I think it was that. It's looking like we can get that. Alright, let's go down a bit. Alright, so we got the wood trim there. We got the wood trim there. We've got a good portion of wall, but not all of it. And then again, a good amount of buttress. Good amount of wall. I'm sure a good amount of wall base again. Yep. So let's move on up. Alright, corner post. Alright, even wall. Alright, we got the wall clean there. What have we got on buttress? Alright, window frame is not cleaning. Alright, let's see. We might be able to get wall and corner posts from the ground. There we go. And eave and all that, because we did, you know, and that's the benefit. Like, now we have the top part. So you would think we'd be able to effectuate other parts. Alright, so yeah, we've got pieces here that we're not getting. But stone base doesn't have much. So let's see, is there some... Because, yeah, my guess is all of this. Okay, so we got that. Then we need to get that. That's that. We have this part done, but we don't have that, so let's grab that, put this over there. Alright, but we should be able to get this, a good portion of this, again, whoops, from here. We'll climb up some in a bit, but then we'll be able to get on top of all of those areas from the roof. Alright, we have that, wall base is done. Again, corner post probably has some work on the other side. But yeah, we can get up here now, and then that will go a long way. So this is the other side of that barge board. We'll get some of the figurehead. We'll see how far we can get on some of these. And then obviously we have roof pieces. But again, just be a bit methodical so that we're not just flying through it. And yeah, roof ridge. More barge board. But, oh, wow. I'm surprised. I thought I was pretty solid over there, but clearly not. Alright, if we go over here, we probably got multiple windows, multiple frames. But yeah, this will be a big view. If you think about what they're looking at. Wall decoration. We'll climb up a little higher in a bit. So let's turn around here. Alright, so we got the eave. We just needed the top of that, the roof. Getting close, but we definitely want to make sure we get that done here. Come on. Where's their parts we're missing? Clearly it's somewhere that it's not going to give it to us. Is it under there? There we go. I'm like, it'll be under there, I bet. And it is. Alright, so if I go over here, and I'm surprised. So, some part that we can't totally see. There's just a little piece of that brassiere. Like, that is really odd. But okay. But looking down from here, I mean, so there's got to be some underneath that we're not getting to. Let's get under there. Just trying to see what else we're not getting to. Alright, let's try to get some of the roof ridge done. Maybe this. I don't know that we'll be able to, again, get it all from this side because we've got the front piece that we probably can't impact as nicely as we would have liked. And again, that's wall, that's a different buttress over there. Alright, that window is cleaned. But again, now we're higher up here. It would be nice if we could get that figurehead from here, but I'm just not... It's not happening. Alright, so what do we need to do for the wall decoration? So, overhang... Alright, so this does require some work here. There we go. Alright. So I can deal with that if we have to. Alright, window, wall, window. Is there still, yeah, window frame here. There we go. Alright, and wall. See, but I don't know, like, if wall is all this, or if there's other pieces to it. That's the challenge. Alright, so we got that. I'm assuming, okay, that's the whole piece there. Okay, and then overhang. What are we missing on overhang? Maybe underneath. So we'll deal with that over there. So let's try to get the roof and all that. We'll get that brassiere. Hopefully that will... One of them will get taken care of up here. I don't know. We don't have the roof ridge done yet either, so let's not forget about that. Alright. So we're going to come down here. And again, get down underneath. And that's probably what we got to do on the other side too. Because yeah, there's all these undersides. Alright, roof ridge is done. Alright, and then we have that. The roof is done. And I don't know. Okay, yeah, the eave is not done, but that could again be something very, very different. So let's try to get... Things are just not... Oop. Well, now we're in trouble. Alright, we'll deal with this while we're down here, I guess. But yeah, you can start to see all the stuff we've got to finish. Oof. Alright, so we got the pedestal. The brazier, I think, finally got done. Pedestal there, not quite yet, but again, that's, I think if we get up here, yes, we'll get some of that. There we go. So the pedestal is done. And then we can see if we can get enough of the figurehead and all that from down here or not. Okay, so the door decoration is done. That was honestly surprising. Alright. Alright, wall is clean. I'm assuming this is all, again, overhang. We're going to need to get these pieces to get all of this completed. But yeah, if we can get the door taken care of, that will be big. But yeah, we've got a few of these areas that are clearly not going to come off easily. What else have we got? So kind of all the angles. Wow. What else have we got? I mean, I would think, wow, door has got to be... Oh, that's just one door. Now I need to get the other door. Alright, well, let me get a better angle here, because maybe it's... There we go. Okay. So now let's go back here. Okay, overhang is done. Wall is done. What else are we missing here? Alright. So we might not be able to do those. Let's get up here. See if we can again get the pedestal. Oops. Alright, brazier's cleaned. Pedestal, there we go. So we got the pedestal. Now we just need to get the stone base. And now it's also, again, like how much of this stuff we can get taken care of from the ground. Because again, the eave, you would hope, there we go, that we could get it. We got the corner post, wooden trim. Percentage-wise, we're definitely not moving along very well, but alright, so wall base. We'll have to, again, climb up, get the buttress, because we've got some really tall spaces to take care of. But that will get handled with other areas. We didn't get this side done on the roof, so we're going to have to repeat that process over here. Let's just get the underside. just gotten past an hour of cleaning. So again, we have a long way to go. To some degree. Alright, we got the corner post. Kind of getting some of this here. I think the window frame, the window appears okay, but the window frame is definitely needing something. Probably the top. But again, we know we can get the wall done here. Or we should be able to. I mean, we did on the other side. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Alright, so we got the base. Alright, the stone base is not done. Let's see. Do we have things down here? We do. Interesting that the stone base, we're struggling that much with it. Alright, there we go. That's the stone base. That wall base is good. That wall base, not so much. But again, that could be several things. Not sure why we can't quite get that. There we go. Alright, similar, and I'm sure it's very similar. But yeah, we've got all of that here. So again, we didn't try too much from down here yet. So let's get a little higher on things. Yeah, we didn't get these pieces taken care of, which we should be able to. There we go. I don't know that we can fully get the corner post, but we're sure gonna try. Go. Alright, just about at 90 or 80%. Yeah, so we didn't like get up on this side of the building is the issue, so there's definitely plenty going on. So I'm just trying to figure out on the stone base. There we go. The pedestals, I think, are going to require us to go up. But, okay, wall base, again, we should be able to get cleaning that up. Similar. Alright, is that stone base not done? I think it's done. And again, we got the ladders. So... Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll try to, again, do some of the upper reaches that we haven't gotten to. Alright, there's some of the wall. Alright, so let me get the ladder. And I think if we hop over here, then we can get up on this, and that will that will be a big piece. So I thought get the whole thing cleaned off. Say the twister gave the temple some kind of sacred hose down instead. Okay, well, there you go. So I'm not quite sure why you couldn't just tell the monks what happened, but I get people sometimes, you know, they get embarrassed or something. So maybe that's his issue. A secret little miracle. I see, I missed that it was there. I was just too focused on making sure I'm cleaning things off. Alright, we'll get the rest of that from the other side. I'm trying to get the roof here. So obviously that's going along pretty quickly. Alright, not quite sure on the eave why things aren't working. The roof, I'm sure, is again, we've got to get underneath. There we go. And then we've got to get under here. We're probably going to have to do that on that one underside as well. Alright, so let's get all of this stuff taken care of. Again, more deliberately than just spraying it everywhere, and then that will probably go nicely. Window frame, what are we missing? Window decoration and that. Alright, there we go. So now we get credit for the frame. And now, again, overhangs, all that other stuff. Get the underside of the figurehead, so that will help. Should be able to get some of those areas. Alright, and then I know we got the overhang done on the other side. Wow. Some of this is really challenging. But again, we'll get the roof. Obviously the barge board has a lot. And that one goes all the way around. And the ledge. But let's try to get as much of the figurehead here again as we can. And then let's get the roof and the roof ridge. Alright, so should be able to pop down here. Hopefully get the eave there. And then, yeah, we need to get over to that roof as well. Alright, overhang is good. Roof ridge is good. We'll get under here. I'm sure we'll get most of the roof taken care of. Alright, what do we got? Good portion there. Alright, let's look at the ledge. Whoops. We'll rotate. No, that won't get me what I need. Alright, rotate, and where we got roof. There it is. Okay. So that gives us a good amount. Again, we can stand up here and get that over there, get that over there. And we've got, okay, we just don't have the barge board. And we don't have, okay, so we did get the wall. We just now need to back away and try to get some of this barge board so it dings. There we go. Alright, and that's far away. The ledge, I'm guessing it just might be the far edge here. Again, oh, we got that already. Interesting. What might it be? Oh, well, we got it. So, that's good. Window frame. While we're up here. Is this part of the window frame? Might be. Alright, and the pedestal obviously isn't fully getting cleared up. Alright, so we got that. Alright, we'll worry about the window frame from the top. We will, whoops. Take this and we'll go do this part, because that's, again, the next kind of big area here. But if we can get this side, that'll be like what we did on the other. Just not sure how easy it will be to get any of these taken care of, but obviously we're going to give it our best. But we should be able to get the roof and the eave and all that. I'm surprised the eave, we must have not gotten the bottom of the eave, but I would have thought we had, but obviously we didn't. Alright, so some of this is too far, but some of it not so much, but we'll get what we can here because, again, that will move things along. So we did a good amount with the walls on the other side. And again, having done the roof on top, like the eave should go through. And again, we've got the buttress where we have quite a bit, but that's probably because, again, we've got the other side. But this part of the wall we should be able to do. Come on. What are we missing on the wall? There we go. Alright. So, let's hop up here, get on the other side. And again, we should be able to get a lot of this figurehead stuff done. And then the roof ridge hopefully will get taken care of easily, and the roof and the wall. And again, hopefully the eave. Alright, eave is done. And roof, we probably just need to get down. There we go. And then we'll hop over here on the figurehead. Alright, so not sure what on the roof ridge is left. Very odd, for certain. Again, a good portion of the eave. But if we can get most of this wall, or we can get credit for the wall, that would be the best. Got the top of the buttress. Should be able to get that part cleaned. Can't reach over there. Alright, so the wall is clean, but the roof ridge somehow is not. So let's see, do we have anything there? No. I don't understand. Maybe some underside part. Whoops. There we go. Alright, and somehow, yeah, I guess we're missing this part of the eave, because we didn't get that. Okay. And then somehow this part of the wall. Alright, there we go. And we just need those, so we'll grab this, and now we'll start kind of getting the center sections that we couldn't before. Alright, so the wall is good. The trim is good. This window should hopefully be good. Okay, decoration and window. And then it's just a matter of what can we get on all of these. Alright, that wall is clean. Alright, so what are we missing? Ay, ay, ay. Like, what are we missing on the buttress? We didn't have that part. And again, this buttress, we might have the other side. But this other one, we should be okay. Huh. Yeah, we're not really seeing much there, so let's see. So yeah, we definitely have a lot in here that isn't clean. But do we have... There isn't much up there, so... Interesting. As far as what is really giving us the inability to say that this is complete. Wow, these are both really little tiny pieces that we're just not seeing, and I don't know what they are. Wow. Come on. Alright, that's that one. What do we got on this one? Alright, window frame is done. Alright, there's a little bit up there. Okay, that's done. Are there things here that aren't? Okay, the eave, but that we knew. Alright, and we do have that. Let's see. Let's see what we can do to get up there. Okay, so we can go up top. Because, yeah, we have the roof is what we've got. So, we basically have to get our way all the way up top now. And then we'll go from there. So we'll take that. We'll put it there. Whoops. Okay, this is not cooperating. Alright, oh. Let's get this part clean. Alright, well that was good. So that was a good piece there, but yeah, we want to get further up there. Let's see. Can I get... we might be able to get that from up there, but alright, let's go down there. And then we'll pick this up, and then we need to put it there. And then we can go up. Oh boy. This is so not fun. We'll just let that do its thing. But here we go. So this is a roof ridge, I'm sure. Yeah, this'll be interesting, to say the least. So, we can head over here. But yeah, it's given us the figurehead. Alright, so we'll go down there. And getting this last piece is gonna be the real pain. Alright, so we got that. Alright, I think, yeah, there's nothing here on the roof ridge. We've got this barge board. I guess let's go down here. See what we can see for each of these, because my guess is... okay. So we got that on the figureheads. Alright, and then over here... yeah, again, we want to get all of these angles. Yeah, this is nerve-wracking, but obviously, you know, this isn't quite how we go along. So we'll kind of go slow here. We'll get the roof. There are obvious... oh yeah, there's lots on the roof ridge there, so that makes sense. I don't know what we do for the figureheads, but Clearly things aren't working as easily as one would think. Alright, why is the roof... Alright, the barge board went. Alright, so the roof is good. Is that barge board done? Yeah, it's just now the... how we do the figureheads, but I don't know how we do the figureheads. Alright, let me just make sure that we've got the barge board over there. What am I seeing? Oh, it's the figurehead, I think. And the roof ridge? Really? The roof ridge isn't done? Ay, ay, ay. Alright, can I... It's probably too far. Yeah. I'm like, can I get it? Well, that's not good. But I think I can get up to where I need to. Well, that's bad because the ladder's up top. So. Alright, well now we're going to have to pull this scaffold. And we do have another... So let's see. Because, yeah, we can go up. So this actually might work for some of this. Alright, and we're at 96, so you know how that works. Alright, I can go over here. So yeah, let's see if we can, while we're here, let's see what we can get done. But clearly, we've got some challenges with areas. Alright, let's get a little higher. Alright, so we got that. Doesn't look like we can get the frame. Yeah, the ladder's way up there. Crazy. Alright, so if I can go up a little bit more. Can I go up one more? This may be the only way to get these figureheads. Okay, why is this? There we go. Alright. So we got the figurehead. Now the question is, can I... Yes, alright. Can we get, again, most of this? Or is that not gonna work? Whoops. Because I can't entirely see. Alright, the roof ridge is clean. I guess that's good. Come on. There we go. Alright, so that's that. can pick that up, and then we can go to the other side and get the other figurehead, because that's kind of what we need with that. Alright, so that is all that. What else do we have? The tops of those figureheads. But I think we have everything else here. That's what we've got to kind of verify. Ay, ay, ay. You can like hear the wind. That's crazy. Alright, we'll grab that. Okay, let's just make sure. Not seeing anything up there. We're gonna go up this way and we're gonna take a look there. Not seeing anything glowing up there either. Alright. So we're gonna see if we can get a good portion of this done from here. Oop, well, that works. Alright, we're gonna go over there. Alright, we're gonna pick it up and put it there. And again, we'll get closer down here. I don't understand what we've really got left on this figurehead. So that is the frustrating part. Alright, so if I go there and put it there, I suppose, let's see, can I, whoops, well that works. But now if I go here, I see, alright, so all of the underside here. Okay, come on, what is missing? Alright, what if we go to that? Because, yeah, we also have, there we go, that was the window frame, maybe? But there's still something with the figurehead. I see, alright, well, let's grab this, and then if we go up here, maybe we can get to it from there. Alright, thank goodness. Okay. So, alright, we need to get that. Alright, so now we got the buttress. Like, this is still a good portion of stuff up here. You would think, at least. Alright, so yeah, there's the eave. Okay, the eave is done, thank goodness. So I'm like, I don't know what more we could do with the eave. Alright, window decoration, window frame. Now we just need, again, the buttresses and, okay, the wall is done. And it's how much of the buttress do we have left? Alright, we should be able to get that wall base. Alright, we got that on the buttress. That. Okay. Alright, alright, we'll grab, come on, put that there. Oh, wow, alright. Well, that would be a big piece. Not big enough, I guess. Holy moly. Alright. So we have the ledge. Okay, the overhang is done. What else is missing? Alright. The wall. Not sure I'm seeing anything else on the ledge there. What else have we got here? 'Cause, yeah, there's something with the wall, but maybe it's down here. Alright, ledge is clean. The buttress is not. We've got figureheads, eaves. What are we missing here? What are we missing to get the wall? Alright, so that's the wall. The buttress is the buttress, like that's still something else. And again, it's kind of those inside edges, so maybe that's what we need on both of these. Although, no, not really. What is the issue? Come on. Like there's so little. This is where it gets really kind of like asinine almost. Because it's like, what is not being included? I mean, there's so little on these. Alright, that's that one. But what's the other one? Alright. So that's the buttress. What else are we missing? Overhangs. So let's see, because that's probably significant. It's probably way up there somewhere. And this may be where we start using the, okay. Yeah, where we start using the scaffold or something. Alright, that's the board. That's the post. I assume this is all the overhang. Alright, let's go jump in the scaffold. Whoops. So we're close. We're getting close. Alright, what I probably need to do is move this scaffold so that I can see kind of everything. So let's do that, because we probably need to get it from this side. Oop. Oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, we're down to 2%. You know how that's gonna go. Alright. Overhang is cleaned, but there are other things. How do I get that piece? I'd love to be able to get it from here. Come on. Alright, did we get most of that? We did. Whatever that is still not visible. Alright, so let's see. We got the overhang. Okay, we know what the pedestals are. Roof ridges. What roof ridges are... Okay, so that one over there. So let's see. Where is our... whoops. Where's our ladder? Because now we need to start kind of doing things, because I think the overhangs were the hardest ones. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. Some of these are difficult, I'll tell you that. Alright, so we need to get the figurehead over here too. Alright, and yes, so the roof ridge is this underside. Alright, let me change this. Because, yeah, we still have this wall, too. That's crazy. Alright, so the wall is done. The eave, not so much. Alright, so the eave, I'm assuming part of this is... Come on! What am I missing here? Oh goodness. There's a lot going on. So let's get over there. Alright, well that's the roof ridge. And yes, that just got solved. Okay, the wall got solved. Oh, okay, well we still have a bunch over here. Alright, so let's get on down and grab that and head over here. Because, yeah, we've got the buttress and all that again, like we do, like we've had on the other side, so that makes sense, because that's huge pieces that aren't done. And I'm sure some of this, again, is window frame, window... Alright, window decoration, so we're good there. We just need the window frame taken care of. Alright, good news is we're at 99%. Alright, window frame is clean, but now we're going to be playing this game with the buttresses and the wall and everything. So again, a lot going on. But I think we got, well, no, we didn't get all this up here, so let's take care of that. Let's try to take care of that. There we go. Alright, so the wall is cleaned. That's important. This usually, alright, so let me get this out of here. Because what we probably want is that, and then we'll be able to, there we go, more easily do that, and then again we can get the buttresses up here. And then we've got the figureheads and all that. Alright. Anything else? Yeah, the buttresses are the hardest, honestly. They're the ones that there's always so much left. Okay, so the eave is done. We got the wall base. I know we have pedestals that we gotta deal with. Alright, that buttress is done, thank goodness. What have we got? Alright. Got a good amount of stuff here. But yeah, I was gonna say, I'm guessing it's gonna be everything that we can get jammed in this space. Alright. So the buttresses are done. Alright, we need to get all of that. Alright, good portion. Whoops. We might be able to get a lot of this done from here. Maybe. Alright, so I think we need to get the ladder over there. Nope, 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 nope. We don't want to take that. We want the ladder. And we get this over here. And again, we'll put the nozzle on. And hopefully, whoops. We got, alright, wall and that, and then, yes, we'll need to get all of this on the figurehead. Alright, so, whoops. Let me try to get what we've got on this. Barge board. There we go. And then let's turn that. See how much we can get. How much we can actually get from these areas. Not much. But we'll put it over there, and then maybe we can get it over here. We still don't have the last piece, which is really scary. Alright. Where was it? Come on. Ugh. So hard to get that little piece. There we go. Okay. And now we get this. Come on, I don't understand. What is possibly missing? I mean, can I get up? Ah. Alright, so I probably need to go up here and then grab it and then go up there. And then we probably need to kind of do it from that direction. There we go. Alright. Not the best option in the world, but alright. Put it there. Alright, we'll just go down. Oh goodness, really? We've got these buttresses still? This is crazy. It's nuts how much stuff there is, I'll tell you that. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, wood trim. Oh my god, we got that figurehead up there still. Alright, that's probably gonna take a scaffold again. Alright, let's go get the scaffolding. See if we can get some of these last things together here. Alright, where... okay. Always a challenge, right? Alright. So, let's go up probably one more. And now let's see what have we got? I don't understand. So is it all really down at the bottom, really? Alright. So there's this as well. There we go, the corner post. But the only thing I'm seeing show up is that. Okay, that's it. Alright, so... oh, I know, well, we know we've got this over here. Come on. So, like that has the right direction and the right location. So what have we got here? Alright. So let's get this. Alright, so the barge board is clean. We know we've got the figurehead up there. Let's see if we can get what we need from the scaffold. You can see some of it. Guess not enough of it. Come on. Alright. I'm like, we're clearly there. Alright, so let's head over this way. Oh my goodness. Can we really not get all this? Alright, and if we go over here... This is insanity, is what it is. Alright, walls, window frames. Yeah, this is the last figurehead. So it is this one. Oh my goodness. I don't understand how we can possibly not. Okay, thank God. Alright. So eaves. Any eaves over here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Which eaves? Which eaves? That one. Alright. Alright, so we got that. Let's start at the top. Barge board. Please be a low one. Thank you. Alright, so we got the barge board. Now we need pedestals. Alright, and then that one. Alright, so pedestals are done. Walls, that could be anywhere. Alright, not there. Not there, that's good. Because those are going to be the hardest ones. I'm just hoping it's... Okay. Alright, wall is clean. And then we just have a window frame somewhere. Alright, so this one. So, like, honestly, where? Why is it not cleaning that up? Alright, I guess let me grab the ladder. Well, isn't there one right around here? I think there is. Because clearly there's more to this than there should be. Just imagine what this other treehouse thing is like, given the problem. See, the problem is... Well, let me try it, because it might just be the top. Whoops. I don't understand where we're missing this. Like, where is this window frame having difficulty? Wow, this is just really crazy. Is it down underneath? I think it might be. Alright, I know it don't sound too enticing, but any chance you can clean up my abandoned washroom? Yeah, that does not sound too enticing, you're right. This one might be worth looking at, just to see. Alright, so we kind of went, topped, then we did the edges, the top, but you can't even see the other side. $750 for all that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just think, it's only $50 less than this. Think how much fun we could have in there. So, where's this? I forget, like, where's the store? There we go, shop. Power washers, because now I should be able to get over here. So we're going to buy that. So at this point we own them all. And so this is Prime Vista Pro. And if I want equipment for the Prime Vista Pro, because again we're going to want like the turbo nozzle. We don't necessarily want the extension. No, we already have the Pro long extension, so, and the Pro soap bottle, so we have a bunch of things for the Pro. Alright, cleaning liquids, what modification? Okay, these are just colors, so that doesn't matter. Alright. But the good news is, at this point, we've got, because if you look at that, like surface, I mean, even with the heavy duty, it moves up a couple spots for like encrusted and embedded. Oily, it's just still struggles with, but now at least we have, you know, the highest we can get. And so if I change to the power washer, and then yeah, so we've got the turb, we just don't have that, which is fine. Oh, see, we don't have any extensions, but that's alright. But we have some cleaning liquids. Alright. But in any event, this is where we're at. This is what we've got. I'm gonna need to, like, steel myself to do the treehouse, but I think that should be what we attack next. I think the bathroom's gonna be one of these that, like, I mean, you can see the skylights. I'm sure there's gonna be edges everywhere that are gonna be hard to get, but this is kind of what we're running into now. As we're getting, you know, 2/3 of the way done, I think things are gonna get harder and harder. So if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like or are not a subscriber, please consider doing that, and I will see you next time.